Welcome. Welcome to my live stream today. And I just realized that I forgot my little fur baby on the desk behind me, and I hope she's not going to start barking. So hopefully she'll have a nap the whole time I'm talking. So welcome today to this live stream. I'm very happy to be here, and I thank everyone who will watch or here watching this presentation. Be sure to put your name in the chat, say hello, say where you're from, and we'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, feel free to write them down, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with the answers. So today is a very exciting day for me because I really do enjoy talking and sharing what I'm passionate about with all of you. And it's going to be seeming strange maybe to you what I want to cover, but you just bear with me because I know you see the titles about Halloween, but there is a continuation of what it is that I'm trying to say, and it'll make sense. So in my search for meaning in life, discovery, I found out a lot of stuff, and there's one thing that I came up with that I thought was very powerful to give you sort of a perspective or a way to, oh God, what's the word? Analogy, I guess, if you will, and you'll understand. So, but first I want to start where we start. We're born, right? And for the first 7 years of our lives, we absorb everything in our subconscious mind. We are sponges, and until the age of 7, there's no discrimination with what goes in. We take it all in. Everything we see, everything we're told, everything that we hear, we we observe. And it's not until as young adults or older adults we start to discover that maybe not everything that's in there is true. And this is when we start to declutter and realize that not everything that you have in your mind resonates with your being. There's a brilliant man. His name is Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's a scientist, and he's a great guy. And he talks about this, and it also says about how he'll say, "Show me the first 7 years life of someone, and I will tell you how they will turn out." That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. Because the thing is that as a young child, we're told what to do, what not to do, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, what we need to be happy, what we need to do, to have a successful life, but also who we should um, have a relationship with. And this is all what it does is that it shows us or it tells us how to show up in the world and how to be and what we need to be loved and successful. And this is the persona that we take on from all this programming that we have gotten. And all that came from our caregivers, our parents, our educators, the community, the environment we live in has a big, huge impact on that. And we just, like I said, we absorb it all. So what I noticed, what happened, and I've done this before, is that we tend to show up as the way that we feel we need to show up as. So think of Halloween. At Halloween, we put a mask on, right? And we put a mask to be something or someone we're not. Or we put a mask or a costume on to show up as someone we like to be like, or something that we like to be like, or we really revere. And it's like, I want to be Superman or Superwoman, right? And so that's not how we feel we are. And a lot of times those costumes don't reflect who we really are. So it's not our real reality. And we sometimes show up as how we want to be perceived. So the question I want to ask you is, what costume do you wear every day? What mask do you put on to show up in life? Does it change with the situation? Does it change with your environment, with people? Are you really showing up as the real you? don't come up like, and I've done this as well many times in my life where I would show up as a way that I perceive that I wanted to be perceived. So, and the common reasons for that is that we really want to be loved. We really want to fit in, be part of a community. We want to belong. And if we feel inadequate, we will put on a persona that will help us, what we think will help us get what we want. A lot of time we do this because of fear of rejection or criticism or fear of abandonment. And people will do a lot to be loved, and they will show up as whatever they can to be loved. Now, there's the other side of the spectrum here where people also do this to deceive, to have their own way, to manipulate people, to have, they'll make them feel guilty or shameful, and so that they can have their own way, right? Of course, not everybody does that, but there's that costume that some people do put on. There's a quote I want to share with you, and it might seem off right now that I'm saying this, but bear with me. It's from the Course in Miracles, and this quote says, "If you only knew who walks with you on the path you have chosen, fear would be impossible." Now think about that. How powerful is that? Right? It is a very powerful statement. So it's worth repeating. If you're watching this and you're still with me, do this with me. Put your hand on your heart, right? Close your eyes, take a deep breath. And say, if I only knew who walks with me on the path I have chosen, fear would be impossible. Wow, how great is that? Wouldn't that make you feel better? Wouldn't that help lift some weight off your shoulder knowing that you're guided, you're supported? All I have to do is be aware of that. Right? So pause when you feel fear and think about that. Now, in my journey of self-discovery, my path, I've come to believe that we don't know who we are. We have no idea who we think we are. We're not who we think we are. And because we feel this body of ours, we feel it, we touch things, we smell, we taste, we hear, it's very real. And if you're on a path like myself, some of us feel that we're human beings having a spiritual experience. But what I've come to discover is the total opposite. And it's that we are souls having a human experience. Big difference. Now, if that's true, which I believe it is, there's that for me, that gave me a perspective of looking at the world and at myself in a different light. Now, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. You may not believe in that, but just hear me out and think about this for a second, and think about how it would affect you if you really even considered knowing that there's something within you that is bigger than what you see, feel, touch, and smell, sense. So again, we are humans. We are a soul having a human experience. So if you're wearing a mask, are you ready to drop the mask? Now you may say, well, I can't really drop this mask because I've been showing up like this for a long time. That's what people know about me. And what I'm going to say to that is, well, maybe that's what they know about you, but that's what they know about what you're showing up as. It is not the real you. And you may be afraid of losing these people, but you know what? Think about this. If they don't really know you, these people are not here with you because they know you. And it's not really fair to them or to yourself, because you have to show up as the brilliant, beautiful soul that you are. That's right. When you do that, you're genuine, and you have no worrying about changing masks depending who you're with. Because it's the real you. What you see is what you get. That's the only way to show up in life. The real you. Sure, some people may not like you anymore, especially if they were depending on you to support their negative habits in the sense of like, if they're always hashing bad stuff and just, oh, it's okay, they're there. But the thing is, it doesn't serve them. It certainly did not serve you. So these people may walk away. They may be sort of fade away. They're not literally going to just walk away, but it feels like you'll find that your environment will change. And but that's a good thing because then the new people that will show up in your life, showing up as a real you, will be for who you are. How great is that? And you know that they'll love you for who you are. You don't have to put masks on and costumes on to try to please people. Because that's what a lot of people do is people pleasing with their masks on. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to please people. But where it's wrong is when you're doing it with a sense of obligation. Or I mean, like they will only like me and love me if I act this way, or if I do this, if I show up like this. And you know you're not doing it, you're not showing up as a real you because you don't feel good here. You know it's not the real you. Your soul will tell you. The soul will tell you when you're not being truthful to your true nature. So, are you ready to drop the mask? You say, well, I'm not wearing a mask. Well, that's okay, not everybody is. But if you don't even know who you are, that's another thing too. A lot of people don't want to drop their mask because they don't really know who they are. And I'll give you a great example. Like at 17 years of age, I joined the military. So, and I served 21 years. So for 21 years, I wore a mask and a costume, literally a costume, a uniform. And for 21 years, I was a soldier. That's what I was. That's who I was. That's what my life was about. When I retired, then it was like a brand new world. Because first of all, at 17, I hadn't really realized who I was. 21 years later, being in the military, I still didn't know who I was. So I went through a lot of changes. I went through a lot of costume wearing and mask wearing to try to see where I would fit in the world. And I discovered that all those masks I was putting on were the wrong masks until I discovered that my true self is here. And then what I see outside is just a carrier, if you will, a physical manifestation carrier of the soul that I truly am. And we all are all like that. Right? Now, do you need help with that? You say, yeah, you know what? I do want to change aspects of myself. There's things that I do that I know is not me. And I want to be me, but I don't know how to do it. I so get you. I so get you. If you want, you can book your own Unlocking Your Full Potential session with me. I will put the link in the comment section. And it is free. And in this session, I will assess who you are. You will share with me the masks you want to drop and the kind of masks you want to wear. So you show up as a true self, as your true you. How's that sound? Now, you're not ready to drop the mask? I understand. But just think about everything that I shared today. If you have any questions, please do put them in the chat, or you can direct message me with a question if you want to say anonymous. And just think about this. Now, if you're not ready, what you can do too, if you want to know a little bit more about being on the path of self-discovery and discovering who you really are, I do have this e-guide that I've written. Oops, there we go. And it is free. And it will help you figure out how to become in alignment with your body, soul, and spirit, finding your spiritual path, and how to unlock your full potential, and so much more. That also is free, and I will put it in the comment section how you can get that as well. It will help you get unstuck. Now, if I said anything that really resonated with you, or if you know of anyone who need to hear this message, please share it with them. I could talk for so much longer, but I won't take more of your time, except that I want you to be the real you. doesn't matter whether people like me or not, because you me, you are me. But you can do the same. Be you. And when you do that, you shine so much better. And people will be attracted to you. They will love you for who you really are. And the strength and the courage that it takes to actually show up as real you. And don't worry about what other people think. So, okay. I'm going to close off right now and send you so much more love and blessings to all of you. Thank you for those of you who were here, who will be listening to the replay. If you have comments, you can put replay if you're watching on the replay, and let me know how this